If you're over 70 and living with arthritis, you probably already know how difficult it can be to manage the daily pain, stiffness and swelling in your joints. Arthritis can make everyday activities a challenge, and many people feel like it's just a part of aging that they have to accept. But what if I told you that some of the foods you eat might be making your arthritis symptoms worse? That's right, certain foods can actually increase inflammation in your body, aggravating joint pain and stiffness. Many doctors may not talk about the connection between food and arthritis, but today I'm going to share with you 10 common foods that could be making your arthritis worse. By avoiding or cutting back on these foods, you can help reduce inflammation, relieve joint pain, and feel better overall. But first, let's talk about arthritis itself and why food plays such a crucial role in managing the condition. Arthritis is characterized by inflammation in the joints, which leads to pain, swelling, and reduced mobility. There are different types of arthritis, with osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis being the most common. Osteoarthritis occurs when the cartilage in your joints wears down over time, while rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune condition where your immune system attacks your joints. Regardless of the type of arthritis, one thing is clear. Inflammation plays a key role in causing pain and joint damage. Inflammation can be triggered by many factors, but what you eat has a significant impact on the level of inflammation in your body. Some foods help reduce inflammation while others can increase it, making your arthritis symptoms worse. So, what are the foods you should avoid to keep your arthritis symptoms from getting worse? Let's dive into the list of 10 foods that could be contributing to your pain. Food number 1. Processed sugars. The first culprit on our list is processed sugars. Sugar is found in a wide range of foods, from desserts and candies to processed snacks and beverages, but even though it tastes sweet, sugar is far from harmless when it comes to arthritis. When you eat processed sugars, they trigger the release of inflammatory chemicals in your body known as cytokines. These cytokines contribute to inflammation in the joints, which can make your arthritis symptoms worse. High sugar intake is also linked to weight gain, which puts extra pressure on your joints, particularly in the knees and hips. Processed sugars are hidden in many foods, even those that don't taste particularly sweet. Sugary drinks, pastries, cookies, and many breakfast cereals are loaded with added sugars. Be sure to check food labels and look out for ingredients like high fructose corn syrup, cane sugar, or any words ending in "ose", such as glucose or fructose, as these are all forms of sugar that can contribute to inflammation. Cutting back on processed sugars and replacing them with natural sweeteners like honey or maple syrup in moderation can help reduce inflammation and ease joint pain. Food number 2. Refined carbohydrates. Next up are refined carbohydrates. Refined carbs are highly processed grains that have been stripped of their fiber and nutrients, leaving behind a product that spikes your blood sugar and contributes to inflammation. Examples of refined carbohydrates include white bread, white rice, and pasta made from refined flour. Like sugar, refined carbohydrates can cause your blood sugar to rise quickly, which leads to an inflammatory response in the body. When your blood sugar spikes, your body produces insulin, which promotes inflammation. This can exacerbate arthritis symptoms, especially for those with osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis. The solution? Replace refined carbs with whole grains. Whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, and whole wheat bread are rich in fiber and nutrients, which help regulate blood sugar levels and reduce inflammation. By making this simple switch, you can lower your inflammation levels and protect your joints. Food number 3. Fried foods. We all love a crispy piece of fried chicken or French fries, but fried foods can be a major trigger for arthritis flare-ups. Fried foods are typically cooked in unhealthy oils like vegetable oils high in omega-6 fatty acids. While your body needs some omega-6 fats, Too much of them can lead to increased inflammation, as they promote the production of inflammatory chemicals in the body. In addition to the unhealthy oils, fried foods are often high in trans fats, which are known to increase the risk of chronic inflammation and worsen arthritis symptoms. Trans fats are particularly harmful because they not only trigger inflammation but also contribute to the buildup of plaque in your arteries, which can lead to heart disease. Instead of frying your foods, try baking, grilling, or steaming them. If you must fry, use healthier oils like olive oil or avocado oil, which are rich in anti-inflammatory omega-3 fats. By avoiding fried foods, you'll not only reduce joint pain but also improve your overall heart health. Food number 4, processed meats. Processed meats, such as bacon, sausage, hot dogs, and deli meats, are often high in preservatives and additives that can trigger inflammation in the body. One of the main culprits in processed meats is advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, which are harmful compounds formed when meat is cooked at high temperatures, such as during grilling, frying, or smoking. AGEs promote oxidative stress and inflammation in the body, which can worsen arthritis symptoms. Additionally, many processed meats contain high levels of sodium and nitrates, both of which contribute to increased inflammation. If you want to reduce arthritis pain, consider cutting back on processed meats and opting for lean, unprocessed meats like chicken or turkey. You can also try plant-based protein sources like beans, lentils, and tofu, which are much lower in inflammatory compounds. Food number 5, dairy products. Dairy products, including milk, cheese, and butter, can be problematic for some people with arthritis. Dairy contains casein, a protein that can trigger inflammation in certain individuals, especially those with lactose intolerance or sensitivity to dairy proteins. This inflammatory response can cause joint pain and stiffness to worsen, particularly for those with rheumatoid arthritis. While dairy products are a good source of calcium, which is essential for bone health, you can get calcium from non-dairy sources if you find that dairy worsens your arthritis symptoms. Plant-based milk alternatives, such as almond milk, soy milk, or oat milk, are often fortified with calcium and vitamin D, making them a good option for people who need to avoid dairy. It's important to listen to your body. If you notice that dairy seems to aggravate your joint pain, try reducing or eliminating it from your diet and see if your symptoms improve. Food number 6, excessive salt. Too much salt in your diet can lead to water retention, which increases the pressure on your joints and can worsen arthritis symptoms, but that's not all. Excessive salt intake can also trigger inflammation in the body. Salt contributes to high blood pressure, which is linked to systemic inflammation and a higher risk of joint pain, especially in people with osteoarthritis. Processed foods, canned soups, frozen meals and fast food are often packed with excessive amounts of sodium. To reduce your salt intake, try cooking more meals at home using fresh ingredients and avoid adding too much table salt. You can also experiment with herbs and spices like turmeric, ginger and garlic, which add flavour to your meals without the need for extra salt, and they come with their own anti-inflammatory benefits. Food number 7, alcohol. While the occasional glass of wine may not cause harm, excessive alcohol consumption can make arthritis symptoms worse. Alcohol promotes inflammation in the body, and chronic drinking can lead to increased levels of cytokines and other inflammatory markers. Alcohol can also dehydrate your body, which reduces the amount of synovial fluid, the lubricating fluid in your joints that helps them move smoothly. Without enough synovial fluid, your joints can become stiff and painful. People with gout, a form of arthritis, are particularly sensitive to alcohol. Beer and other alcoholic beverages can raise levels of uric acid in the body, which leads to painful gout flare-ups. To protect your joints, limit alcohol consumption and drink plenty of water to stay hydrated. Food number 8, foods high in purines. Speaking of gout, let's talk about foods that are high in purines. Purines are natural compounds found in certain foods that break down into uric acid in the body. While most people can process purines without issue, people with gout often have trouble breaking down uric acid, leading to painful gout attacks. Foods high in purines include red meat, organ meats like liver and kidneys, shellfish and certain types of fish, such as anchovies and sardines. These foods can increase uric acid levels in the body, which can crystallize in the joints and cause inflammation and pain. If you have gout or are prone to gout flare-ups, it's important to limit your intake of purine-rich foods. Instead, focus on foods that are lower in purines, such as plant-based proteins, vegetables and whole grains. Food number 9, nightshade vegetables. Nightshade vegetables such as tomatoes, potatoes, eggplants and peppers are a controversial group of foods when it comes to arthritis. These vegetables contain a compound called solanine, which some people believe can trigger inflammation and worsen arthritis symptoms, especially in those with osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis. While there's no definitive scientific evidence linking nightshade vegetables to arthritis flare-ups, some people do report that their symptoms improve when they eliminate these vegetables from their diet. If you notice that nightshade vegetables seem to aggravate your joint pain, consider cutting them out for a few weeks to see if your symptoms improve. It's important to note that nightshade vegetables are also packed with nutrients like vitamins A and C, so you should only eliminate them from your diet if you notice a clear connection to your symptoms. Food number 10, omega-6 fatty acids. Last but not least, let's talk about omega-6 fatty acids. Omega-6 fats are found in many common cooking oils such as corn oil, sunflower oil and safflower oil. While omega-6 fats are essential for the body, the problem arises when you consume too much of them, especially in relation to omega-3 fatty acids. A diet high in omega-6 fats and low in omega-3s promotes inflammation in the body, which can exacerbate arthritis symptoms. Omega-3 fats found in foods like salmon, chia seeds and flax seeds have anti-inflammatory properties that help counterbalance the effects of omega-6s. To reduce inflammation and protect your joints, try replacing omega-6 rich oils with olive oil or avocado oil, which contain more healthy fats. You can also increase your intake of omega-3 rich foods to help balance the ratio of these fats in your diet. Now that you know about these 10 foods that can make arthritis worse, it's time to take a closer look at your diet. By reducing or eliminating these inflammation-promoting foods and replacing them with anti-inflammatory alternatives, you can help reduce arthritis symptoms and protect your joints. Incorporating more whole, nutrient-rich foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains and healthy fats into your diet can make a significant difference in how you feel. You'll not only experience less joint pain, but also improve your overall health and well-being. Let me share a quick story before we wrap up. I recently heard about a man named Frank, who was in his early 70s and had been living with arthritis for years. He loved cooking, but his joint pain was making it difficult to enjoy his time in the kitchen. After learning about the connection between food and arthritis, Frank decided to make some changes to his diet. He cut back on processed sugars, fried foods and refined carbs, and started incorporating more anti-inflammatory foods like leafy greens, fatty fish and whole grains. Within just a few weeks, Frank noticed a significant improvement in his joint pain and mobility, and he's now back to enjoying his cooking without the constant discomfort. Frank's story is a great reminder that small, consistent changes can make a big difference. If you're over 70 and living with arthritis, why not take a closer look at your diet and see how it might be affecting your symptoms? And if you found this information helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more natural health tips. Leave a comment below if you've noticed certain foods making your arthritis worse, or if you're planning to make any changes to your diet. I'd love to hear your experiences and answer any questions you might have. Thanks for watching, and here's to a healthier, pain-free life.